How many times have you said to yourself, I do not have enough time? How many times have you gone to bed feeling like you did nothing important all day? If that sounds like you, then this episode is exactly what you need. Today, we are going to talk about how to manage your time and make every day productive. And believe me, it is going to change the way you think about your days. Welcome to English Today 77. I am so glad you are here with us.
And I am glad to be here too. You know, time is such an interesting topic. Everybody has the same amount of time every day. 24 hours. No more, no less. But some people seem to do so much with their time, while others feel like they accomplish nothing. Accomplish means to finish something successfully, to achieve something. And the difference between these two kinds of people is not luck. It is not talent. It is simple habits and simple choices. That is what we are going to explore today.
Before we go deeper, I want to ask you something. Think about your day yesterday. How much of it was truly productive? And how much of it was spent on things that did not really matter? Be honest with yourself. Nobody is listening to your answer. Nobody is judging you. Judging means forming a negative opinion. Nobody is judging you. Just be honest, because honesty is the first step to change.
I think many people believe that being productive means being busy all the time. They think if they are always doing something, they are being productive. But that is not true. Being busy and being productive are two very different things. Busy means you have a lot of things to do. Your schedule is full, you are running from one thing to the next. But productive means you are getting the right things done, the important things, the things that actually move you forward. You can be busy all day and still not be productive. Have you ever had a day like that? A day where you felt so busy, but at the end you felt like you accomplished nothing? I know I have.
Let me tell you about someone named Elena. Elena was a very busy person. She worked in an office. She had a long list of tasks every day. She answered emails. She went to meetings. She made phone calls. She was busy from morning until night. But she always felt like she was falling behind. Falling behind means not keeping up with what you need to do. She felt like her real goals were not getting any closer. She wanted to start a side business. She wanted to get in better shape. She wanted to spend more time with her family. But every day, the busy work swallowed. This is such a common problem, and the first step to solving it is understanding a very simple but powerful idea, the idea of priorities. Priorities means the things that are most important, the things that should come first. When you do not know your priorities, everything seems equally important. And when everything seems important, you end up doing nothing deeply. You just do a little bit of everything, and at the end of the day, nothing feels finished. Knowing your priorities is like having a map. A map shows you where to go. Your priorities show you what to do first.
So here is a very practical question for you. What are your top 3 priorities right now? Not 10 priorities, not 20, just 3. What are the 3 things that, if you did them every single day, would make the biggest difference in your life? Maybe for you, it is learning English. Maybe it is spending quality time with your children. Quality time means time when you are fully present and paying full attention. Maybe it is working on a personal project. Maybe it is taking care of your health through exercise. Whatever those 3 things are for you, you need to know them clearly. Because if you do not know your priorities, your time will always be stolen by things that are urgent but not important.
So let us talk about some practical strategies now. Strategies means plans or methods for doing something. The first strategy for managing your time is to plan your day the night before. I know this sounds simple, but it is incredibly powerful. Incredibly means very, very. Hard to believe. It is incredibly powerful. When you plan your day the night before, you wake up with clarity. Clarity means clear understanding. You know exactly what you need to do. You do not waste time in the morning trying to figure out where to start. You just start. That small habit can change your entire day.
When you plan your day, do not just make a long list of 20 tasks. That is overwhelming. Overwhelming means too much to handle. Instead, choose 3 to 5 important tasks. And then ask yourself, which of these is the most important? That is your number 1 task. That is what you should do first. In the morning, before you check your phone, before you answer emails, before you do anything else, work on that number 1 task. Give it your best energy. Give it your best focus. Because later in the day, your energy will be lower. Your focus will be weaker. Do the most important thing first. I want to tell you about a writer I know. His name is Paul. Paul always wanted to write a book, but for years, he never found the time. He was busy with work, busy with family, busy with everything. Then he learned about this idea of doing the most important thing first.
That is such an inspiring story, and it shows us something very important. You do not need 8 hours a day to change your life. You just need a little bit of consistent time. Consistent means regular, happening again and again without stopping. 1 hour a day, consistent, and you can make incredible progress. Progress means moving forward toward your goal.
Now, let us talk about the second strategy for managing your time. The second strategy is to eliminate distractions. Eliminate means to completely remove or get rid of something. Distractions are things that take your attention away from what you should be doing. The biggest distraction for most people today is their phone. Your phone buzzes. You pick it up. You check a message. Then you check social media. Then you watch a quick video. And suddenly, 30 minutes have passed. Suddenly, you have lost your focus. Focus means your ability to pay attention to one thing. And getting your focus back is very difficult.
There is something I read once that I want to share with you. The average person checks their phone about 100 times a day. 100 times. And every time you check your phone, it takes your brain several minutes to refocus on what you were doing before. Several minutes. So you can imagine how much time and focus is lost every single day just from phone distractions. If you check your phone 100 times and each time it takes just 3 minutes to refocus, that is 300 minutes. That is 5 hours of lost focus every day. Does that number surprise you? It surprised me when I first heard it.
So what can you do about this? Here are some simple but powerful ideas. First, turn off your notifications. Notifications are those little alerts that tell you something new has happened. Turn them off. You do not need to know the second someone sends you an email. You do not need to know the second someone likes your photo. Turn off the notifications. Check your phone at specific times, not all the time. Second, put your phone in another room when you are doing important work. If you cannot see it, you are much less tempted to check it. Tempted means feeling the desire to do something. Third, use a timer. Set a timer for 30 minutes and tell yourself, for these 30 minutes, I will do nothing but this one task. No phone, no email, no social media. Just the task. You will be amazed at how much you can do in 30 minutes of deep focus. The third strategy is to learn to say no. I know this one is hard, very hard for many people, but it is absolutely necessary. Necessary means
One day, Julia's health started to suffer. Suffer means to experience pain or problems. She was sleeping badly. She was eating badly. She felt anxious all the time. Anxious means feeling worried and nervous. She went to see a doctor, and the doctor told her something very simple but powerful. The doctor said, "You need to start saying no. You are not a bad person for saying no. You are a person who also has needs. You are a person who also deserves time for yourself." Deserves means you should have it because it is right or fair. You deserve time for yourself. That conversation changed Julia's life. She started saying no to requests that were not truly important. Requests means things people ask you to do. She started protecting her own time. And slowly, her health improved. Her stress went down, and she finally had time to work on her own dreams.
So I want to ask you right now, is there something in your life that you need to say no to? Is there a request you need to politely refuse? Refuse means to say no to something. Politely means in a nice and respectful way. You can say no politely. You can say, I am sorry, but I really cannot right now. I need to focus on some important things. Or, thank you for asking, but my schedule is full at the moment. Saying no is not being mean. Saying no is being honest and protecting your time.
The fourth strategy is to take care of your energy, not just your time. This is something many people forget. You can have plenty of time, but if you have no energy, you will not be productive. Energy is the fuel. Fuel is what makes a machine run. Energy is the fuel for your brain and your body. If you do not sleep enough, your energy is low. If you eat badly, your energy is low. If you never exercise, your energy is low. If you are constantly stressed, your energy is low. And when your energy is low, even simple tasks feel hard. Even tasks you normally enjoy feel like a burden. A burden is something heavy and difficult that you have to carry. So if you want to be truly productive, you must take care of your body. Sleep well. Eat nutritious food. Nutritious means containing the things your body needs to be healthy. Drink water. Move your body every day. Even a short walk makes a difference. Take breaks during work. Working for hours without stopping does not make you more productive. It makes you exhausted. Take short breaks. Stand up. Stretch. Breathe. Let your mind rest for a few minutes. You will come back to your work with more energy. Now, I want to take a moment to check in with you. We have covered a lot of ideas today. Are you still with us? Are you understanding everything? Remember, you can pause this audio. You can slow it down. You can listen again. This is your learning journey. Go at your own speed. There is absolutely no rush. And if there is any word or phrase you did not understand, please write it in the comments. We read every comment, and we are always happy to explain things more clearly for you.
Let me share one more story before we move to our summary. This is about an artist named May. May was an artist. She painted beautiful paintings, but she constantly felt like she was not productive enough. Constant means all the time. She felt like she was not doing enough. She compared herself to other artists online who seemed to produce a new painting every few days. May could not do that. She worked slowly. She spent many days on one painting. And she felt guilty. Guilty means feeling bad because you think you did something wrong. She felt guilty and lazy. Lazy means not wanting to work or use energy.
But then an older artist told her something. The older artist said, productivity is not about speed. It is not about how many paintings you finish. It is about the quality of your work. It is about whether your work is meaningful to you. A painting made with love and care is worth more than 10 paintings made in a rush. A rush means doing something as fast as possible. That changed May's mind. She stopped comparing herself to others. She stopped feeling guilty. She accepted her own pace. Pace means the speed at which you do things. She accepted her own pace and focused on doing meaningful work. And you know what? Her art became even more beautiful, and she became much happier. That story is so important because productivity is personal. What is right for someone else might not be right for you. Your life is your own. Your goals are your own. Your pace is your own. Do not let anyone else define what productive means for you. Define means to explain the exact meaning of something. Define productivity for yourself. Now, let us summarize the key points from today, because repetition helps you remember, and we want you to walk away from this episode with clear ideas you can use right away. Number 1, know your priorities. Decide what is truly important in your life.
Number 4, learn to say no. Protect your time like it is precious. Precious means very valuable. Your time is precious. Do not give it away to things that do not matter. Say no politely and without guilt.
Number 5, take care of your energy. Sleep well. Eat well. Exercise. Take breaks. Your productivity depends on your energy, not just your time.
Number 6, review your day. Spend 5 minutes each evening asking what went well, what did not, and what you can improve tomorrow. Small daily improvements lead to huge long-term results.
Number 7, remember that productivity is personal. Do not compare yourself to others. Your pace is your own. Your goals are your own. Your life is your own. Find what works for you and be proud of your own progress.
We really hope this episode was helpful for you. We hope it gave you some new ideas and some new English words and expressions to use in your daily life. If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a like. It really helps more people find our content. And if you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe now so you do not miss any new episodes. We put a lot of love into every episode we make, and we make them all for you.
And we have a small challenge for you. A challenge is something you try to do. Here is your challenge for this week. For the next 7 days, I want you to plan your day the night before. Every evening, take 5 minutes to write down 3 important tasks for the next day. And then do the most important task first thing in the morning. Do this for 7 days, and then come back and tell us in the comments how it went. Did you feel more productive? Did you feel less stressed? We really want to know.
And if you have any questions about time management or about any English words or phrases from today, please write them in the comments. We read every single comment, and your questions help us make better episodes for everyone. So please ask. Never be shy about asking questions. Asking questions is how we learn and grow. Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. We know your time is valuable, and we are truly grateful that you chose to spend some of it with us. Grateful means feeling thankful and appreciative. We are grateful for you. We will see you in the next episode. Until then, manage your time well. Make every day productive in your own way. And remember, you are doing better than you think. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, and take care. See you next time. Keep learning,